Hi, and welcome to your show. Your health is really your new wealth. Your health is wealth with Dr. Dalal Akoury. I am Dalal Akoury. I'm a medical doctor, a traditional medical doctor. Yes, however, over the last several years, I decided to become a holistic doctor, which means really take care of the entire body, spirit, mind, body, the entire thing. We're one. We have to stop dissecting the body. So me and Aware Med Health and Wellness Resource Center that is located on 4710 Oleander Drive. We are offering you the best and the top of the line medical treatment. It's really not just medical treatment, but it's treatment of the next century that we offer today. The future of medicine is here in Myrtle Beach on the Grand Strand with the best for you. So today, we're going to be talking about very many important things. One of them is really something that I am sure that every single one of you is waiting for, is to know about Jennifer and the walk with Jennifer. So we're going to talk about how could you at home be able to lose weight effortlessly and rapidly without a problem. So that's one big segment. But the other segment is really segment about this month, October month. October is Domestic Violence Month. We recognize this, and it's so important. So today I'm going to have a lot of wonderful guests that are going to really discuss these two important issues. One, how to lose weight healthy and safely at home with us, who's walking with Jennifer. Second, we're going to be talking about domestic violence and the repercussion of domestic violence and what can we do about it. So we have Sandra Brown. She's going to be discussing this with us. She's going to help us to understand why do we really choose to be with wrong people? Why do we really attract domestic violence to ourselves? And how can we spot a dangerous man or a dangerous spouse? So here, we're going to be presenting to you right now the best segment in the show is the walk with Jennifer. Hey Jennifer, how are you today?
Good,
how are you? How lovely to have you again.
Thank you.
Jennifer, I am so glad you're here. Tell me more about what's going on today.
Well, I have lost 10 pounds.
Wow, Jennifer, are you happy?
Oh yeah, over 20 inches.
What?
And I feel fabulous.
Well, you know, I love that. Really?
I do too.
Now, tell me, you had headaches before, did you?
Oh yeah, I had bad migraines.
How is your headaches?
They've gotten a lot better.
So really you're telling them that your headaches are improving?
Yes.
So you really, tell me more about really how do you feel energy-wise?
I have a lot more energy. I get up in the morning at 5:30 and I feel like I've gotten a good night's rest. I can sleep better without having to take something to go to sleep. I just fall asleep naturally. I feel great during the day.
Well, I heard that you passed your test.
I did.
How exciting is that?
Yes, I am a certified medical assistant now.
Wow. Now, but now you really are trying to help people look like you and be like you, don't you?
Yes.
So you're trying to tell them that it can happen.
Right.
You started having discomfort, pain.
Couldn't breathe. It's completely miserable all the time. Tired all the time. And it's been kind of quick, and it's been a whole lot better. I feel a whole lot better.
Now, tell us about your regimen. What do we do? When you come to the office, what is it that we're doing for you?
I get measured and weighed, and I get an IV treatment or two, and I get injections. I walk. I run up and down the stairs.
So tell me the first time you and I walked up the steps. What happened to you?
I thought I was going to die. I couldn't breathe. I was hot. I didn't think I could do it, but I did.
Well, tell me you had some kind of a double neck here.
Right.
What happened to that?
It went away.
Yeah.
It feels a whole lot better now.
Now, so really, overall, is it you've been in a position that I've not been in.
Right.
That means I've really always sympathized with weight.
Right.
I've always wanted to help people lose weight. And I was overweight at some point in my life.
Right.
However, I'm not as bad. So I never understand what it is to feel like you.
Right.
Tell me, how did you feel before? What dragon?
Yeah,
I mean, I have
just
no idea.
tired all the time. Nothing fits. Everything looks blah.
So
And
depression was an issue?
depression. A lot of it was depression.
So really, is it difficult to follow it's a lifestyle change. It's not really a diet, but we've done something called elimination diet. What did we eliminate? Can you tell people what did they eliminate?
I have eliminated all sugar.
So all white. So white is no good. Stay away from that.
Right.
What else?
Carbohydrate.
Well, this is white. How about pork?
Pork. No pork.
Why is no pork? Pork is the most inflammatory food.
Right.
And inflammation causes something called overweight. So really, we've taught Jennifer the value of food and how to really make sure that she eats food that is not inflammatory. So on her website, you follow Jennifer on the website called Walk with Jennifer. You can follow us on Facebook. You can follow her on her blog and my blog. You're going to follow up knowing more about what she's doing, about her weight, about her feeling, about how she looks, about how she's successful, and her money-making power that is going to happen with weight loss. Now, I want you to come back after the break for more important things to discuss.
AwareMed provides a variety of all-natural medicines and cleaners, such as Emerald Serenity Soap. Emerald Serenity Soap works wonders and is a whole mixture of natural propriety minerals and organic ingredients, made to replace all other chemical cleaners and disinfect your home. Max Relief Enzyme Cream soothes the body and the life force. It contains a blend of anti-inflammatory herbs and enzymes with powerful instantaneous relief. GABA Ease is an immediate stress reliever. Its aim is to promote a calm, relaxed, well-balanced emotional and biological state.
Hi, and welcome back to your show, Your Health is Wealth, with Dr. Dalal Akoury. Today, we're celebrating the month of October, and it's really all about women and men who are victims of domestic violence. It's really, really happening, and it happens every day. And we are very honored to introduce to you via Skype a very important guest who really has done a lot of headways to help a lot of people about domestic violence and how to recognize it. It's my pleasure and my honor to introduce to you via Skype Sandra Brown, the author of Why Do Women Love Psychopaths? Crazy. Why? Why do they love them? And her other book, which is a very important book, How Do You Spot a Dangerous Man? Now, it's so sad that nowadays we have issues like this. Sandra, what a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm really glad to be here.
Well, thank you also for your contribution to society. There's so much violence right now. There's so much happening, and we want to protect these people at home. Part of my mission is health and wealth is to help them recognize these dangerous things. Tell us how and why do women love psychopaths? Crazy, isn't it?
It is. Most women don't know that their partner is psychopathic. I think, women get into these relationships not realizing until much further along in the relationship that they are with someone so dangerous. In the beginning, these guys are very charming. Some of them are very successful. The women don't recognize that they are psychopathic. And I think a big part of that is because as a society, we do not do a great job at teaching people about those kinds of disorders. They are very prevalent in the issue of domestic violence. A large percentage of the people who perpetrate domestic violence have psychopathy or sociopathy. And I just think a lot of people don't recognize that. They're looking for someone, you know, like Hannibal Lecter or Charlie Manson as a psychopath, when they aren't really looking at guys that appear to be much more normal in the beginning parts of the relationship. And I think women end up with psychopaths simply because they fall in love with someone whose behavior is very well hidden until later on in the relationship.
Now, tell me, Sandra, I mean, do you try to really tell me that now any charming young man is a danger? I mean, how can we really be able to be in tune? Because to me, what I want to help people with at home is to help them understand how can they be in tune. Why is that charming man okay and that one is a psychopath? So that's really the issue. Give us some tips. I want to help these people at home because they're my patients, many of them are at times.
Well, I think that is the issue, is that a lot of times we don't know. And so the pacing of any relationship, I think, is really important. That if people would date slower and respond earlier in the relationship when there is emotional abuse, verbal abuse, boundary violations, emotional boundaries, physical boundary, sexual boundary violations, that those are often early red flags in the relationship. And people tend to think, oh, he didn't mean it or she didn't mean it, and, you know, tend to dismiss a lot of the early signs in the relationships. And if people would move slower in relationships, date slower, don't move in, marry, you know, get overly involved early on, where once people have emotional connections, they tend to stop reading the red flags.
So Sandra, I'm sorry to interrupt you because I do want to help people, and I want to help them to understand that your book, Why Do Women Love Psychopaths, is important because you are addressing a lot of these issues in that book. But the key is red flags, red flags, boundaries, setting boundaries, realizing there is physical boundaries, emotional boundaries, sexual boundaries. There's a lot of boundaries. And if those boundaries are encroached upon, that I see your point. So really, truly, go ahead.
Absolutely. And, you know, there isn't a woman yet that, or man that has been in a relationship that looking back, that they don't recognize that there were early boundary violations. There were early red flags. They didn't know to read those, or they continue to dismiss them as not being the red flag or the problematic that they are. So if there was one thing that people could take away from this, it is early boundary violations: emotional, verbal, physical, financial, sexual, spiritual.
I love this. So this is a great thing you're telling everyone at home. Make sure that you understand the red flags, understand your boundaries, make sure that early signs of boundary violations are early signs of red flags. You're in danger if that happens. The other thing they really need to know is they have to believe their intuition. Your gut feelings are important. So really, I want to make sure that you really see this book. This is the miniature of the book, is Why Do Women Love Psychopaths? The other part of this is, how could you spot a man who is dangerous? That's your second book. Tell us a little bit more about this, because that book is leading to the second book.
Yes, that's actually sort of the first book, How to Spot a Dangerous Man Before You Get Involved. And it talks a lot about what we've been talking about today, sort of the pacing of relationships, that one of the things that dangerous men or women do is they violate your boundaries, as we talked about, and also they really push the envelope in terms of the pacing of the relationship. They want to move in quickly. They want to get married quickly. A lot of them are parasitic. They don't work. They look for people who have money as a way of capitalizing on the relationship. A lot of them have hidden lives. Children and other relationships that are not disclosed that she finds out about later.
So really, truly be in tune. Realize that a gentleman who is really want a parasitic life is not for you. And actually, you don't have to be very wealthy. Even if you're working, just working is enough. If that person is not working, that means you have to be careful. Now, I would love to spend a lot more time, and I think we need to really get you back, but I want to make sure that everybody realize that there is a big connection between you and a great friend of mine, Susan Murphy Milano, who really had made lots of headways for victims of abuse. So please tell us more about that.
Susan and I were working together towards the issue about domestic violence and raising the awareness about dangerous relationships. We became involved during the development of the evidentiary abuse affidavit that Susan pioneered, and it's with great pleasure, of course, that we continue her work.
Excellent.
In raising awareness.
And then she has an app. I think that app really is a must-have. Could you tell us about this app? Because unfortunately, we only have one more minute with you, which really I don't think is enough.
The Apple app, they can go and look it up, the evidentiary abuse affidavit, which helps them document their abuse.
Do not forget, you have rights. You have to be in tune. And we really thank you so much, Sandra, for being with us today. We'd love to have you again. We'll see you later. Thanks again.
Okay. Thanks.
Well, I want to explain to you, everyone, that we're so fortunate to have had this conversation because you mean a lot to me. I want you to know that AwareMed Health and Wellness Resource Center and Dalal Akoury, myself, who is a doctor who is proactive, who wants your health to be number one and your health become wealth. We want you ready to protect yourself. So please do everything you can to really understand how to spot a dangerous man and why do women love psychopaths and how to find the affidavit of abuse on the Apple Store because you need it. And at AwareMed, 843-213-1480, we have answers for you. We're here to help you. The best is here. Its best is here at the Grand Strand, and we're given the medicine of tomorrow is practiced today at AwareMed Health and Wellness Resource Center with Dr. Dalal Akoury.
AwareMed provides a variety of all-natural medicines and cleaners, such as Emerald Serenity Soap. Emerald Serenity Soap works wonders and is a whole mixture of natural propriety minerals and organic ingredients, made to replace all other chemical cleaners and disinfect your home. Max Relief Enzyme Cream soothes the body and the life force. It contains a blend of anti-inflammatory herbs and enzymes with powerful instantaneous relief. GABA Ease is an immediate stress reliever. Its aim is to promote a calm, relaxed, well-balanced emotional and biological state.
Hi, and welcome back to your show, Your Health is Wealth with Dr. Dalal Akoury. From Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, on 4710 Oleander Drive. I'm here to give you more information about your health is wealth. And we're going to be talking today again about domestic violence. And one of the segments that you love the most is your time with Jillian. And today, again, through Skype, we're going to be introducing a great guest, Jillian And she, you know, Jillian, she's going to give you the tip of the day, the soul tip of the day. But we also need to talk about a very important person, Susan Murphy Milano, who has done a lot for victims of abuse. We have to recognize Susan for everything she's done, and we're so grateful to have Jillian again with us via Skype. Hey, Jillian, lovely to have you back.
Thanks as always.
Oh.
Ready to talk.
Oh, thank you again. I just want to recognize the effort of Susan Murphy Milano in the field of abuse, and her book that it's really all of us read, and we read every day, and we just learn from it every single time I read it and reread it, about really hold my hand through hell. What a sad story. How many women have to go through this every single day? And now you're going to help us understand how can they restore balance again, and how can they feel better again, and how can they really stop this at the first place. Jillian, please help us. What can we do to stop the violence, and how can we use our instinct?
You know, one of the things that Susan always talked about is never lose hope. Susan always talked about being hopeful all the time. When you're talking about the soul, we need to understand that it's protected at all times from any and all experiences, including good ones we have and bad ones we have. So you have to remember the soul part of ourselves is like a beacon in the dark. If Susan were here, she would tell you, we talked many times about following your gut. The soul will give you pings and clues on how to get back to your own knowing of what's most healthy for yourself.
So truly, getting in tuned is the key. Please listen. Listen to your gut feelings. You know, Jillian is here to tell you that. I'm here to tell you this. Listen to your gut feelings. Abuse is dangerous. You know, you have that wonderful book. Do not miss it. Beyond the Pews with Jillian. So you have amazing books to help you. Use all these tools. Jillian, give us a tip of the soul for the week.
I want to concentrate today on domestic violence, since that's what we're talking about the whole month of October. I want to tell people how to get back into the soul, and through, believe it or not, a shower. I know that sounds strange, but the soul tip of the week is I want everyone to take a shower that's involved with anything that has on their energy that's icky. And when you're taking a shower, I want you to think about all that stuff radiating down from your head all the way out to the drain. All the experiences that are created by domestic violence, all your feelings, all the things that have happened to you in the past. See it going down the drain as you take that shower, and the water cleanses yourself and gets you back to the soul. The second part to that soul tip is once you get rid of it, it goes down the drain, it stays there forever. Don't replace it with more domestic violence and bad thoughts. What you want to do is see yourself under the sunshine. Whether you go outside literally and see it.
We thank you really, really very much, Jillian. So again, let's remember, we need to cleanse, we need to get rid of this, but never replace it with the wrong stuff.
Right.
Really, we want to thank you so much for being with us, Jillian. We'll see you next time and next week for more tips. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.
Bye.
Okay now, everyone. We are back to talk about us, about your health is wealth with Dr. Dalal Akoury. We bring into you here the most important thing is how your health is your wealth.
AwareMed provides a variety of all-natural medicines and cleaners, such as Emerald Serenity Soap. Emerald Serenity Soap works wonders and is a whole mixture of natural propriety minerals and organic ingredients. Made to replace all other chemical cleaners and disinfect your home. Max Relief Enzyme Cream soothes the body and the life force. It contains a blend of anti-inflammatory herbs and enzymes with powerful instantaneous relief. GABA Ease is an immediate stress reliever. Its aim is to promote a calm, relaxed, well-balanced emotional and biological state.
Hi, and welcome back to your show, Your Health is Wealth, with Dr. Dalal Akoury from AwareMed Health and Wellness Resource Center on 4710 Oleander Drive. You can always call us at 843-213-1480. You can always find us on Facebook and Twitter. You can come to my website, awaremed.com, for more information and more learning experience. Today we had a wonderful show. We talked about Jennifer. We walked with Jennifer. Jennifer have lost 10 pounds in 1 week or 10 days. Actually, what a wonderful thing. She feels better. She feels great. She has more energy. She's sleeping better. She has less headaches. Wonderful thing. So please keep up with that. Follow her on her website, Walk with Jennifer, and on Facebook and Twitter and everything else. Second, we had an amazing show with Sandra Brown. We talked about why women love psychopaths. We also learned about how to spot a dangerous man. Please be careful with that. Be ready. Be in tune. Feel good about yourself and make sure you make the right choices. Second, we had a wonderful thing remembering Susan Murphy Milano and what she's done for domestic violence and for all people who have suffered from domestic violence. She has amazing 2 books, Hold My Hand Through Hell, and we also talked about Time's Up and her app. We also had a great time with a very important guest who've always been delighted to have every week with us, and that's Jillian. And Jillian talked to us about cleansing after domestic violence and being ready, clean, ready, and heal from the inside out. And don't replace one bad person with another. And we had her book, Beyond the Pews. So we had a great show today, and that show was brought to you by AwareMed Health and Wellness Resource Center. From Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and on 4710 Oleander Drive. You can reach us anytime on the web, and you can reach us by phone. You can reach us on so many ways. Send us questions. We're here to help you. This is your health, and it does matter. It matters to everybody else. Your health is wealth with Dr. Dalal Akoury. I will see you next week, and see you